But anyway, so he gets in the fight with the bully, and the bully brings up an interesting like allegory for real life about how the only reason why we have why we're soldiers is because your parents didn't want to pay for you to be in the house anymore, so they sent you to war. And everyone in the ROTC program is probably really conscious about themselves now, making it very uncomfortable and awkward for everybody. I hope you're happy, shoehorned bully I guess we had to have for this movie. But anyway, so we get a very moving scene where everyone's saying goodbye to everyone, and Eren Yeager's parents, I guess, died in that Titan fight, so screw them, I guess. I guess that scene where she died, his mom, was off screen. Oh, way to omit one of the most well-known iconic scenes from the anime. You inconsiderate conceived. But anyway, so we get the emotional scenes where they say goodbye to everybody, and we get some introduction scenes to some of the new characters, and apparently the father of the bully looks like Mr. Goodplot with a eye patch, and one of the new characters introduced here is a family guy, not the Peter Griffin guy, but just a family father guy who's got a family, and he treats his family like shit, like, hey, stop crying about me, you little bitches. Of course I'm gonna come back. Stop crying. Don't be bitches about it. Wow, way to have us want to like you, failing at that. So anyway, but the last character that we get introduced to, or reintroduced to, is Soda. Yes, Soda Pop is back, and he's washed up since the last time we've seen him. He's just a lunch man now. He's just a lunch lady essentially, and he has to serve lunch and stuff. And he's all drunk, and he likes to drink and whatnot. Very sad. At least he has more involvement than he did in the anime. I think he only showed up like one more time in the anime, just as an observer looking at Eren once. But anyway, so here he has more of a role, which is good.
Well, I don't think that's the same character, but he's sort of a pseudo adaptation of that character you're talking about.
Yes, it's too bad I'm not good with names. So anyway, so their first mission as soldiers is to go, go scout outside of the wall, go scouting outside of the wall. So they get in their big old tanks, and they're traveling through the countryside, through all of the post-apocalypticness. Didn't we just do this just a couple weeks ago, or at least I did this a couple weeks ago? This feels very familiar.
Well, I didn't see Scorched Trials. You did.
Okay, so anyway, they're going around in this movie, which is basically the Asian Scorched Trials, and we get a few more characters like this, either boyfriend and girlfriend or husband and wife who can't stop wanting to fuck each other, and there's this other character who's obviously there for a later scene, but anyway, another female character. Let me see if I can get her name here. Is it Lil or is it Hyena? Wait a minute, Lil is in this movie. Where is Phil? Where is Phil, Lil? Oh, that God. So anyway, so they stop. They make a pit stop and they start scouting the place. Since they're scouts, and that's when this obligatory character that we have, who's like, "Hey, I sound crying. That sounds like a baby." And of course, everyone's like, "Oh no, shit. That means it's a baby Titan."
Wait a minute. Did we ever see baby Titans in the anime?
I don't think we did. In fact, that might contradict the whole fact that the origin of them is, mysterious. We don't know where the Titans come from. So doesn't this kind of spoil it a little bit by revealing that there's baby Titans? So anyway, so we see one of the baby Titans, and the baby Titan looks way more realistic than the one that was in Twilight, and in the last Twilight movie, and so that means that the baby calls the other Titans for them to have another scene, so we can see all of the so we can see each soldier try out their own tactic. But here is when we finally have the scene that you and I were waiting for, especially.
Yeah, The scene that reveals that Mikasa is still alive.
Yes, that's what we wanted. We didn't want Mikasa to die at the beginning of the movie. No, we wanted her to return. And she did. Yay! And she's a badass now. Yes, she's the badass that we know from the anime, where she's, she's mastered the swords. She's an official, soldier's title, and she's, beaten on the Titans, taking them on the neck, because that's the portion of the Titan that's the weak spot. It's sort of like their Achilles heel, if the Achilles heel was behind your neck. So anyway, so she does that, and we're like, yay, we finally got her. Although it's weird that they had to do it this way, where they thought she was dead because in the anime she was with him the whole time through getting into the military and stuff. So why did they skip all that?
I'll tell you why. So they could make a big reveal that she's with someone else now.
Yeah, like it's okay. Look, look, guys, look at me right now. Look at me, guys. Okay, now I don't mind too much that they decided to change Eren and Mikasa's relationship. I don't mind that too much. I also don't mind too much that they decided to have her be dead only to to reveal that she was alive the whole time, and reveal that instead of having her on her side the whole time like in the anime. I don't mind that either too much. But what I do mind is how they make her a badass, because in the anime she became a badass all by herself, because she's like, hey, if I'm gonna be attacking Titans with my brother Eren, I'm gonna have to I'm gonna have to toughen up. I'm gonna have to be as tough as I can, even tougher than Eren, because I love him so much. So I'm gonna be really tough, and I'm gonna be a big badass, and I'm gonna protect him, and I'm gonna be even tougher than him because I can. But here, she's tough because of the baby, which I guess is okay, but for another reason. Because she's in a relationship with this Mustachio Man. Yeah.
Is the Mustachio Man even from the comic books? Or the manga, or the anime, I mean?
I don't think he is. I think he was pulled out of their asses for this movie. Ugh. And it seems like his only reason for being here is to be in a love triangle with Eren and Mikasa, even though those characters were not meant to be in a love triangle at all anyway. So that just makes things even worse. That's what I have a problem with, is that, if you're gonna switch it from them being, foster siblings into instead being like just love interests with each other, okay, fine. But are you doing that just so we can have an obligatory, stupid love triangle? Because if so, that's a really bad way of going at it. That's just insult to injury at that time. Like, it's bad enough that they're in a relationship, which was, kind of okay with, I was, but now it's not just that they're in a relationship, it's also so they can have a love triangle with this random Mustachio Man, who's apparently the best fighter ever, who gets to have more fight scenes with the Titans than her? What the hell?
Also, the Mustachio Man looks like he's at least 3 decades older than Mikasa.
Yeah, that doesn't help. I mean, he's complete with the pedo mustache and everything.
And then we get that scene where they're trying to regroup, and oh god.
Yeah, this gets a little frustrating at one point, where it seems like the Mustachio Man isn't just there to to supply a stupid love triangle. That's okay that they made him the mentor, I guess, because that is something that is kind of common, where sometimes the only mentor you have is a complete asshole, but he knows everything and he sees potential in you, even though they're an asshole, so you have no choice but to listen to them. Kind of like Stick from the Daredevil comic books, but the only difference with that is that Stick wasn't trying to bone Elektra or friggin' Karen Page.
Yeah, and then we had that apple scene.
Yes, the apple scene where he gives her an apple and then she eats it and then he's like looking and she's looking at Aaron while she's eating it and then the mustachio man is just looking from behind her and grabbing her shoulders and looking at Aaron like yes, yes, oh good.
Yeah, we all know what that's supposed to be an allegory of.
Well, I mean, to be fair, it's better than actually seeing what it's an allegory of. Also, I have a little bit of, because I, really liked the anime and I liked that version of Mikasa. That has not, that has made me strive to still see some optimism in this. And the optimism is that maybe we're all being bullshitted right now by this movie. Maybe they're trying to mess with us, is what I mean. You know, you know what I mean? Like maybe Mikasa is just pretending to be in love with this mustachio man. Maybe that's it. Maybe she really is a more accurate version of her anime self, and she's just pretending to be this lady who's easily swayed by other men. Maybe that's what's going on, And for all we know, maybe she's just eating an apple. Maybe she doesn't even see any, sexual undertone with that. Maybe she's like, I don't know what you're thinking, Aaron. I'm just eating an apple. I don't know what your problem is. You're the one who's thinking of the nasty thoughts. Get your mind out of the gutter. I'm just eating an apple, and my boyfriend is being just a weird dick about it, looking all lustfully behind me. In fact, he's not even my boyfriend. He's just some douchebag who wants you to be angry. I'm just gonna keep eating this apple. So, maybe that.
I think you're being too optimistic. I think you're in denial about this movie being as bad as it is as an adaptation.
Maybe you're right. So then, if you weren't already uncomfortable before, now you're about to get even more uncomfortable because when Aaron and this either Lil or Fukusha. It's kind of appropriate that they call her Fukusha, if that's true. So Fukusha are sitting together, and she's the one who was lured by the baby, and she's like, hey, look at the couple over there. They're having sex, and we're staring at them. Hey, maybe that means we should do it too. I'm gonna take out my boob, and this is probably not in the anime or the manga, so hooray!
Well, to be fair, there probably are animes that go that direction.
Yeah, but Attack on Titan is not known to be one of them. God damn it! So, thankfully, the Titans are merciful towards the audience, and we're like, hey, audience, we have a feeling that you're being uncomfortable right now, so we're gonna eat them now, to bring it out of it. So they come in, and they're like, yeah, we're friggin' Titans, we're gonna take this horny girl and eat her, nom nom nom, yummy libido, and also we're also gonna eat the other people who were having sex, so they kill one of them, which leaves the other, I guess it's Lil, to be like, oh no, I need to avenge Phil. And also there's this weird masked person who we don't know the identity of.
Maybe he's someone from the manga or the anime.
Well, we don't know because he never bothers taking off his mask. In fact, there's one part where he's escaping with all of the bombs that the Sarah Palin-looking girl brought. He grabs them and he takes the truck and runs away with them. And he at first considers taking off his mask, but then he doesn't. And he's like, "Screw you! I'm gonna. I could reveal myself right now, but I'm gonna save that for the second movie."
Wait, what are you talking about?
Moving on from that. So anyway, so he jumps out of the car, and Lil tries to take over, and then she gets destroyed and killed, and I'm like, yay, I guess. Oh God, I think she's the one who's gonna be in the Godzilla movie next year.
Oh, why her? I mean, the Mikasa character isn't that accurate, but at least I prefer her over that girl to be in Godzilla.
Yeah, by the way, the makers of this film are the same ones that are going to helm the Toho Godzilla movie. Yeah. So anyway, So now is when we finally get the flying action even more now. The awesome grappling, technology that they have, and the big ass, swords, which are a lot smaller and a lot skinnier, but who cares? It's the action this franchise is known for nonetheless, being finally realized on the big screen in live action. Probably not as good as it could have been, but still, I'll take it, I mean, that's better than that sex scene we had to be uncomfortable about a little bit earlier. So anyway, so we see all the characters using their strengths, The horrible family man, his specialty is that he uses an axe to hack at the feet of the Titans. The potato girl, whenever she's not trying to eat stuff, by the way, that was something they decided to be really, they decided to be really accurate as that. Like, of all the things they omitted from the original anime, of all the things they got rid of, one of the things they decided that they had to keep was the fact that the potato girl likes to eat a lot. Apparently that had to stay. So, but when she's not doing that, she's an archer. Yes, she's like Katniss, or Hawkeye, or Arrow, or Merida. So she's, using her strength. So what's Armin's strength? Oh, that's right, it's being eaten. So Armin is about to be eaten by the Titan, and he's in the mouth, and I guess the mouth was real, or a practical effect, and it looks very, realistic. So there are things to admire about this movie, sort of. Sometimes, they do go the extra mile for some things. Like, they could have made all of the Titans CGI, but no, they decided to use actual people. And sometimes that's made to have it be a lot goofier, but sometimes it does kind of work, because let's face it, you probably wouldn't want to see this. You probably would be terrified out of your mind if you actually saw this. So they're killing all the people, and the Titans continue with their derp faces, derpy derp derp, and then we realize, wait a minute, Armin is getting eaten, and Eren has finally decided to man up and decides to attack the Titans now. Attack on the Titans. What this movie is all about, entitled as. So he's manning up, and he's like, I'm going to man up. Man up! Man, that's my second Book of Mormon's reference in this review. Good God.
Keep going.
Yes, so he finally finds the courage in himself to finally kill all the Titans, or kill a lot of them, and the Mustachio Man is like, yes, let the anger consume you.